But recoveries, colossal collapses, and double doinks defined a wild Week 17 in the NFL. Time to floss, overreact. Over in the AFC. At last, the Brownies are in the playoffs. But of course, it wasn't easy. In fact, it was downright ugly. But who cares? Cleveland ends the longest playoff drought in the league. Just 2 years ago, this city was celebrating winning one game against the Jets. Now they're in the dance. The land deserves to celebrate. But not for long, because our AFC playoffs are now set. Kansas City rests while Buffalo hosts Indy, Pittsburgh runs it back with Cleveland, and Baltimore seeks revenge heading to Tennessee to face DH2K. The Chiefs are the defending champs and the 1 seed, but it's Buffalo and Baltimore I'd keep my eye on. They're both on fire right now. And how about those Colts? After letting destiny slip through their hands last week, they sneak in as the 7th seed, getting some help from Buffalo. Speaking of which, the Dolphins. Wow. That was awful. Like, franchise momentum stalling awful. A playoff spot fumbled. This is still a young, promising team, but the jury is still out on Tua. And with the top 5 pick, you start to wonder. Other teams heading into the offseason include Houston, Los Angeles, New York, and Jacksonville, all of which will likely be looking for new head coaches. And the Jaguars are officially on the clock. With 5 to 6 QBs potentially going in the first round, many AFC teams could look completely different next year with new signal callers. Question is, does Bill Belichick grab one? We can finally declare a victor of the NFC East, or best loser, or winner by default. The Washington football team is your champion at 7-9. All jokes aside, it has really been an incredible season for both Alex Smith and Ron Rivera. Resilient and inspirational doesn't even begin to describe it. As for the Eagles, they could have easily played spoiler with Jalen Hurts, then they benched him for Nate Sudfeld. Doug Peterson is the ultimate troll, one that leaves New York Giants out in the cold and ranting on Twitter. As for Dallas, the Mike McCarthy first season ends with a whimper and lots of questions on defense. But nothing will feel stable for this organization until Dak is signed long-term. Your move, Jerry. The Hollis family does not own the Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers does. He also owns the 1 seed and likely the MVP. The NFC officially goes through Lambeau and the field is set. While the Pack gets a break, New Orleans hosts Chicago. What? Yeah, I know. Seattle hosts the Walford on Wall Street Rams, and Brady heads to the nation's capital. But let's be real, this conference is the Packers to lose. Don't let their 12-4 record fool you. The Seahawks are not an elite football team. Washington is quite literally a losing team. New Orleans and Tampa represent the only real challenge to Green Bay, but come in wounded and have their own well-defined flaws. And let's be really real about the Bears. They are only here because the Cardinals folded like a tent in December. Don't let the playoff berth mirage fool you, Bears fans. It's time to move on from Trubisky and Nagy.